Hey guys, Elizabeth Quinn here again with Elizabeth's Scenes and Scents. Welcome back to my channel. Please don't forget to check out my website, which is waftingwonderfulwax.scentsy.us, where I'm Liz Quinn, your star Scentsy consultant. So today what I have for you is just my weekly what I've been warming. I have a decent amount going on here on the table, maybe not quite as much as sometimes, but I've had a lot of fun. I've melted all of the scents of the season. If you didn't watch that dedicated review, I've got several things where I've got good thoughts and a couple things where I'm glad that I pulled it from my club, and so on and so forth. So let's just dive right on in. First off, I am melting today a combination of 3 different bars. The first thing where I put this in my club quite a while ago. It's a unique bar. I do enjoy it, but I don't like it so much that when I did pull it from my club, I'm crying, and that is Cranberry Muffin. And what I did with this, because I am experimenting with this other bar, is I mixed it 2-to-1 pretty much with gingerbread cheesecake, which is a bar that last month was kind of getting some hype because it was in the October whiff box and we were allowed to throw it in our club. I have found this to be a good bar, not a huge home run for me, but very nice. And also, I've really enjoyed mixing it because it has sort of a dusty, spice, gingerbread, creamy cheesecake smell. So I thought that this would be very good with the cranberry muffin, which tends to be a little bit sweet for me. It's like a very fluffy 1990s style on the back of the cranberry package bread or muffin, where there's some orange, there's the fluffy yellow cake, and there's a little bit of nuts and cranberry. So doing that with the gingerbread cheesecake, very nice. And then just because I was in the mood for some vanilla, I threw vanilla cream into several warmers where I put like 3 or 4 cubes in each of them to get that nice creamy vanilla factor. Now this is the oldest vanilla, I believe, that Scentsy has made that we have seen in the last few years. This was in a BBMB. It's very similar to Simply Vanilla. I find this to be slightly stronger. So now that we have so many different vanillas to choose from, I did pull Simply Vanilla from my club. I kept this in my quarterly, and then we have the whipped frosting right now, which you should club if you want a festive, happy, just really good vanilla that definitely leans, my friend Robin said, like childhood cake, bakery, birthday kind of thing. Yeah, it is a very festive, very buttery, high-toned vanilla. That's good. So that's the whipped frosting that we've got out right now. Then there is the Vanilla Amber. That's a very sophisticated, almost, what do I want to say about that bar? It's got a perfumey quality because of the amber. Then we have the Very Vanilla that's in our catalog that to me, that's a marshmallowy springtime vanilla. And then this would have to be in your club, but this is old school, creamy, French vanilla type, again, like 80s or 90s kind of a scent. Home fragrance vanilla. It's perfect. It goes with anything and is going very nicely with the cranberry muffin and gingerbread cheesecake mix. So then another day, this was just me having had the best festive bakery day. Eggnog, which I've been melting all over the place, and gingerbread hugs. Alternate warmers, I think, I don't even know, but I have been enjoying this. I'll be getting a club shipment hopefully in the next week or so. It processed on the 9th, where I got 5 bars of gingerbread hugs and 5 bars of Merry Wonderland that's new from our Scents of the Season. I will be melting all of that, plus my Christmas cookie, which I didn't melt this week, you guys. Will be proud of me, or if I did, I think I didn't have the, what's the word I want, the gumption to put the clam in here because I've been melting it so much. This gingerbread hugs. Oh, it's so good. It's happy, warm, just perfect ginger. So it does have gingerbread, but it isn't exactly like super cakey, but it's very good bakery ginger with the sweetness and the vanilla, and it's phenomenal. You got to try it. So that with the eggnog, which is a good solid medium type eggnog smell, it was just festive all over the place, and I was very happy. And I love spice. So I was thinking that I have forgotten to do any scent note spotlight videos since like August. So we skipped September, which should have been apple. We skipped October, which should have been pumpkin. So for November, I was going to do spices anyway. So at some point in the next couple weeks, look for a scent note spotlight, ginger spice and everything nice, scent note spotlight on all the holiday spicy baking scents, and we will have a blast with that, and just spices in general, because I have a tower of spice bars. That's one of my favorites. Anyway, so that was great. Then another day, I did other spicy and bakery type things. I did a whole clam of Dutch apple bread in the front room. This particular bar was a little more mellow, and it was just a really nice, beautiful apple bready, oatmeal-y bakery scent. And in the back, I did one of our newer bars, which is Ginger Cookie Crunch, which is in our 5-bar holiday bundle. Very nice scent, not super duper strong, like strong enough to be pleasant in a room. But even if I was going to compare this to eggnog, I think this might be slightly underperforming in comparison to that. So I had to put like 4 cubes and 4 cubes in my Florida room, which is a medium-sized, semi-contained space, and then it was lovely. This is in my club. It's so good. Oh, love this. I just love this. So it is a sweet, truly cookie bakery scent with just a hint of ginger, lots of vanilla. That would be good with the gingerbread hugs as long as you separated them, because gingerbread hugs is much stronger. Now, another day, I was doing 2 of my favorite festive scents that have come out this year. The new Merry Wonderland, which, like, again, with the gingerbread hugs, got 5 bars coming to my club. And the Griswold Christmas. I love this. And these 2 together, this could be like a Christmas Eve combination. It's so festive. So you've got the beautiful balsam fir, and then it has a little bit of spice and some pear. So that, I said this last week, when you melt this, it's basically got 2 or even 3 phases, and tree scents don't do that, because it starts out with the balsam fir, then that burns off and you get some of the spice, and eventually you're just left with the really mellow, gentle pear. It's so good, you guys. Okay, and then the Merry Wonderland, which I just raved about in the other video. Oh, guys, this is like my perfect apple cider Christmas scent from Scentsy. I will be putting this probably in, I don't know, either 2 in my quarterly club or 1 bi-monthly. This is never coming out. This is a strong statement, but I may, if I had to do some editing, bump something like even Homestead Holiday to keep this down the road. That's how much I like this bar. It's perfect. So those are really good, both really good performers. Another day I did this entire clam of Cherry Cherry, pretty much all over the house, a couple cubes here and there, just to really soak myself in the scent. It's very nice. It's polished and sophisticated cherry with the toasted marshmallow, the spiced amber or smoked amber, I don't remember, and some blackberry. Rounds out the cherry. It's nowhere near as cherry in your face as last year's Cherry's Jubilee, but it's not as sweet and bakery as, say, Maraschino Sugar Cookie. Very nice bar. Not something I'm going to run out and get a bunch more of right now, but I might throw a couple in my club or do something to get a couple more, which I don't think we can bundle these in the regular bundle and saves, for more like Valentine's Day for me. This isn't really a festive scent for me, but it's a beautiful smell. So then I did an entire bar of Frosted Cedar at one point. This is a bar I used to really dislike. I like it more now. I was just on FaceTime with my childhood friend who once in a blue moon orders Scentsy from me, like once in a blue moon. She said she thought this smelled like bubblegum, and you guys know Frosted Cedar and I have been on the struggle bus at times. So it is an odd combination, cedar, apple, and vanilla. Kind of weird, but I've grown to really like it, and I think it's great for November because it gives you some feeling of vegetation and trees and cooler weather without it really being, oh, Christmas tree. So I do like that one. Okay, another day I was just really feeling more spices. Shocking. I did Christmas Cottage Cider from last year, which isn't a bar I'd go out of my way to get tons more of, maybe pick up 1 or 2 in a flash sale. They took Christmas Cottage, did a Scenspirations with it, and this one was probably, I liked the tree one too, or the wreath. I think that was wreath. This one and the wreath I think were the most successful. This just kind of adds a cidery apple orange note to Christmas Cottage. It's okay, but it was very good with Cinnamon Bear, which Cinnamon Bear is one of my favorite spice scents of all time. This just makes you feel warm and hugged and cuddled. If you like cinnamon, otherwise it probably makes you want to open your windows and, like gasp. But I love this. It's just happy and it's good, thick, just like real cinnamon. It's not fakey. It's not nose singeing because the cinnamon goes burned and is bad. It's strong, but it's the right kind of strong. Another thing that I did was try to get through some of my 1 brick of orange spice and everything nice. I had more, but I swapped one with a friend last year. And that's fine because I have noticed I melted some of this a couple days ago. It's good, like I like it. But I do think that the sparkling citrus bar, I do not remember exactly what it's called. I think it's Sparkling Spice Citrus that's in our Harvest 5-bar bundle. That I think I may club. Like it a little bit better than this because that has mandarin, clove, some currant, and it's just sweet. It's got sugar. This one's good. Like, I'll get through this happily, but there's a vanilla sweetness in this that to me isn't quite as interesting as that sparkling spice citrus that we offered this year. So this was our Brit collection last year, but it's still a very nice, beautiful, festive November, December scent. Very cozy. So then in a couple of other spaces, I did the eggnog in my bedroom for several days. I threw in some Bright Cider Life. I only had 2 cubes left, and I've moved some warmers around. That was in my bedroom for a while. Now I've just got one, which is the Golden Meadow warmer in there. So I'm doing 2 cubes, my last 2 cubes of this Bright Cider Life clam today. Man, I am so sad that I did not club this the year that disappeared. This is a scent you could warm even up through Christmas. It is just the most beautiful cider. That and cider milk, best ones that Scentsi's ever made. I'm sad that we don't have that. Hopefully it'll come back for Bring Back My Bar. So if you could just imagine a sweet, almost like a vanilla gingerbread bakery cider, it's just so good. Or like there's a donut with all the sugar and cinnamon and spices crumbled into your cup of cider, like in a good way. Like just the perfume from that is so good. All right, what else do we have here? Doing a couple cubes of Autumn Daydream, and I cannot find the clam, but I also polished off a Yankee that was called Holiday Zest. That was really good. It's like a smoky, spiced orange and holiday spices scent. This is more of a fall, like mahogany and fresh, masculine, woodsy smell. Really good. So I'm enjoying that now. This is very appropriate for November. And I'm almost done with this snap bar from Harper James, which is called Can't Catch Me, gingerbread cookie and buttercream frosting. I started this last week, should get done by the end of this week. It's really good. And it has a nice gingerbread note, and then it has sort of a... Buttercream is not my favorite note if it's predominant, and there is some predominance of that in here, but it's all right. So then I decided yesterday when I redecorated this front room, go on Instagram, you guys. Now the Christmas tree for out here. I typically will save one tree to do either the weekend before or right after Thanksgiving, just because I do like to front load my decorating because it drops my stress levels, lets me know that the hard work, because you guys know how much I get into it, is done. But I also do like to save something for close to Thanksgiving or after. So there will be the medium-sized green tree here in this front room. I'm not sure if I'm going to move my little table that's by the small window over underneath my new barn picture and put the tree in the window, which I've always wanted to do so I could have the tree and the fireplace match. But the space is limited, and it's, I think, right on the edge of maybe being too small for there. I don't know, or too big for there. So it may have to go back in the hole behind the recliner that Greg uses, just like the giant white one did for years and years. But it's nowhere near as big. If you were with me last season, my mushrooms and mossballs tree, that same tree from Walmart, it's actually a pretty nice tree, will be going in here. So just that's a side note when you see everything that's out here and you're like, so where's the tree? I'm just waiting. I'm going to take my time. Now I got to go get all the pumpkins that are rotting off my porch and get all the mums out and, redo that and then go cut armloads of cedar from the back and start working on the pots and, next couple weeks. It's so enjoyable to decorate if I do it a little bit at a time because I can plan one thing, prep it, then I've gotten better at the bins. I've got a system now. It's taken me a long time to figure out how a creative person can also have an organizational system for creating, but I'm doing pretty well this year and I'm happy. Anyway, all that to say, I wanted something that smelled like Christmas. So I grabbed God's Woods and Oh Christmas Tree, or is it just Christmas Tree? I keep wanting to say this is Oh Christmas Tree. This to me is not the most interesting tree scent we've ever done, but it's good. And it was really good in alternate warmers with God's Woods. So this is a Teddy Bees, and I think next week our holiday Teddy Bees orders are going to start shipping. I'm so excited to smell all those amazing new things. But this is Palo Santo, Birchwood, Pine, and Vanilla Balsam. Yes to all the things. This scent is so good for this time of the year. The Vanilla Balsam and the Palo Santo is just amazing. And then Christmas Tree is just a really resinous, flat pine scent. It isn't sweet and floaty like last year's Frosted Pine, which is amazing. I wish I'd clubbed that. Didn't know how good it was until it sat for a year. But this is perfect with something like the God's Woods, which has more of a vanilla and a brighter pine. So this has all that resinous base, and they were very, very good together. And then in the basement, because I'm trying to clear out some of my Teddy Bees tubs and things to make room for new ones, I finished off Oh Christmas Tree. That's why I'm confused. This one is Balsam for Frosted Juniper, Fresh Sage, and Whipped Vanilla. It's similar to God's Woods, but this has more of a fresh bite to it. It's really nice in the basement. So I think that that is everything. Oh, no, I had one more. Is that it? Yeah, one more. One more that I almost overlooked. I didn't really care for Winter Twilight in our holiday 5-bar bundle as far as trying to melt it. When did we get those? In September. I figured this would be a scent that would be pretty good in the winter months, but maybe not something I needed to reorder. I don't even remember exactly what's in this. I think that there's mint and lemon and some sort of wintry, it's almost a foresty note, but it's definitely not tree. This was very nice in the basement. So I think I have another bar. I may order one more bar of this because it would be great for January. This is a fresh, clean winter scent. And after you're sick of all the pine and all of the bakery and all of the heavy spice, this is a really nice palate cleanser. So I will say that that went up in my estimation. Now, the only one that I have yet to warm successfully from the holiday 5-bar bundle that's in this specific holiday collection, that's Frosted Fantasy, because to me it just smells like grass, but I will try that again in the basement probably. But the Winter Twilight, the Ginger Cookie Crunch, the Holiday Market, what else is in that one? Holiday Market, Ginger Cookie Crunch, the Frosted Fantasy, I don't know. There are 5 bars in there, and it's hard to remember them all. But I am liking the collection. Oh, and the bundle up. That's really good. So 4 out of 5. Some of them are going to go in my club, and some of this last one I would be happy to repurchase one of. So that's not bad. And then when it comes to the Harvest 5-bar bundle, oh my gosh, those were amazing. Absolutely amazing. Cinnamon Woods, I think, was my least favorite from that. But all 10 of those bars, if you have not tried either the Holiday or Harvest bundle yet, please do. And then the Scents of the Season. All of those are 5 bars where there's a lot of range within each collection to span from fall into Christmas or from Christmas into winter. And I have been very happy with what Scentsy's produced with those different scents this year. So this is Elizabeth with Elizabeth's Scenes and Scents. I'm not exactly sure what's coming down the pike as far as big news for Scentsy. I think that there was a launch, or will be a launch, for Moana. I know that there is a musical made into a movie, which I've never seen, which is called Wicked, that whole thing either has launched or will launch. I have to check all my tabs and newsreel and all that stuff. So I really hope that the list and then the availability for our kit for the Bring Back My Bar for January, that should drop sometime soon, because we usually review those in December. So that I'm very excited about. So this is Elizabeth with Elizabeth's Scenes and Scents. Excited about my Teddy Bees, excited about my BBMB list and kit, which is anticipated, both of those. And I hope that you guys are having a great November. Remember, you can always open a personal shopping party style link with me if I am your consultant. If you want to do $200 or more in shopping, then you're able to get rewards, and that is great. So you can always email me or find my contact information on my website. Have a great day, guys. God bless. Bye-bye.